Hello dear students, today we are going to learn a new poem. The name of the poem is Time for Everything. Before I explain you this poem, I would like you to recite it after me. Again, now you can see that we don't know the name of the poet. So we'll say Time for Everything, written by Anonymous. There's a time to run and a time to walk. There's a time for silence, a time for talk. There's a time for work and a time for play. There's a time for sleep at the close of the day. There's a time for everything you do, for children and for grown-ups too. A time to stand up and a time to sit, but see that the time and actions fit. So this is the way you will be reciting the poem. Listen it again and again and recite it, learn it by heart. It is a very easy poem. Now we shall see the explanation and you can copy the hard words given. There's a time to run and a time to walk. So students, we can see that everything is to be done at the proper timing. Suppose if you are playing a game, like somebody is going to come and catch you, that time you are supposed to run. If you are in a crowd and there are many people around you, that time you just can't run around. It is a time for you to walk. The next line says, there's a time for silence and a time for talk. It simply means that, example, if you are in the library, you are not supposed to talk. You should be quiet. And there's a time to talk when you are going around in the recess time. That time you can talk. If you are at a party, you can talk with your friends. But in the class, when the teacher is teaching, you have to be quiet. Next, it is said, there's a time for work and a time to play. When you are in school, you are studying, that is the time you have to keep working, keep studying. Parents go to office, there they'll work, they'll not sit and play, right? And when it is your games period, it is the time to play. But what do we do during the games period? We like to sit with the books. And during the school hours, when the teacher is teaching, we want to play. So we find out different kinds of games and we play with our friends. But the poem says that we should not do this. Everything should be done at a proper time. I hope it is clear till here. Now, when we move to the next line, there is a time to sleep at the close of the day. Means we should sleep at the close of the day. In the evening, what happens? The sun sets. Once the sun sets, we have to take our dinner, talk to our parents and go to sleep. The night time is for sleeping. But then we see there are some kind of people, what do? They like to watch television and movies. By late nights, they'll be seeing the programs and then they cannot get up early in the morning. Because of that, they'll be getting up late and the whole day will be feeling very boring. The next line says, there's a time for everything you do. Whatever you do, there is a proper time. For children and for grown-ups too. Means everybody has to follow the rule of time, proper time. For children also, when they are in the school, they should do the appropriate work, and for grown-ups also. It is not that only the children have to listen to this, but the grown-ups also have to follow this. A time to stand up and a time to sit. So when you are walking around going somewhere, you are supposed to stand. When the teacher enters the class, you are supposed to stand. And there's a time to sit. Right? Suppose if you visit a hospital, you're supposed to sit at some place. You're not supposed to roam around, nor you're supposed to talk aloud. So this is what the poem is teaching us. A time to stand and a time to sit. But see that the time and the action fit. Whatever you do, whenever you do, you should do it at the proper timing. You should see the situation and then decide what you're supposed to do. Otherwise, you'll have to face. So I hope this poem is clear to you. Now copy all the hard words given and next time we shall see the exercises of this poem. Stay home, stay safe, revise the poem. Poem number 9, Time for Everything. Thank you. Have a great day. Complete all your notebook work and be ready for our next class. See you soon. If you like the video, share it, subscribe the channel. See you. Bye. Take care. Meet you in the next class with different kinds of question answers regarding the poem.